Welcome back to another episode of Bone Dog Bites. Today we'll be doing an experiment to try to make a tough piece of meat tender. The meat that I'll be using today is called the eye of round. It is located on a hind portion of a cow. Normally this portion of meat is very chewy due to the muscularity of the cow in that hind quarter. I seasoned both steaks with Kinder's The Blend seasoning and vacuum sealed them for overnight. For the control, I will be pan cooking it until I reach a medium rare temperature. For the experiment, I'm going to be trying to tenderize the steak by sous videing it for 2.5 hours at 125 degrees Fahrenheit. After I finished sous videing the experimental steak, I cooked the control steak up to 125 degrees and let it rest. While the control was resting, I seared both sides of the experimental steak for a minute and 15 seconds each side. Here are the results of the steak as I was cutting them. The sous vide steak cut a lot easier and was cooked perfectly. Unfortunately, the control steak was cooked more towards the rare side, but I decided to carry on with the experiment. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bone Dog Bites. Today we're going to be doing an experiment. So I ended up getting some top round steak. For those who know, that's a pretty tough steak. Not a lot of intermuscular fat, not a lot of juice, and just a very tough steak overall. So what I did was I have a control, so I just seasoned it with the blend from Kinder, the seasoning there. And then also the other one, I did use the same seasoning, but I sous vide it for 2.5 hours at 128 degrees. So we're going to go ahead and give it a try and see if sous videing actually helps the top round be a little bit better for taste or for just overall general texture. So let's go ahead and give the control first. So let's do that. I mean, overall, it's very dry. It's the first thing I noticed off the bat. With it not having any fat in it for the most part, of course, it's going to be more of a drier steak. One thing I did notice too is just due to the size of it as well, it cooked pretty quickly. I don't even think I had it on for like 2 to 3 minutes and it was done. Overall, I would say this is a terrible steak, in my opinion. So I'm hoping it gets better if we sous vide it. I think the biggest thing I'm looking for is that it is a little more breaks apart better. So let's go ahead and give it a try and see if that actually fixes it at all. So it's still dry, even though being in sous vide. So it's actually a little more tender than the control steak, but only slightly. It's still a pretty tough meat to chew on. So, I mean, sous vide for 2.5 hours might help it a little bit, but I mean, it's not going to help by much. So if you guys have done this before, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Also, if you guys have any suggestions on what might tenderize the meat a little bit better and make it taste better, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to try the different types and different styles, whether it's like a marinade, if you want me to sous vide it a little bit longer, or just any type of ideas that you guys can think of. Let me know in the comments and I'll definitely be willing to give them a try. My overall goal is to kind of just dive down this top round experiment and see if we can get a way to kind of tenderize the meat more like a filet mignon. But if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. If you guys aren't a subscriber to Bone Dog Bites, I would appreciate it if you guys subscribe to the channel and like this video. Other than that, take it easy, guys.